the Association of Certified Fraud Examiners. Together, reducing fraud worldwide.
My name is Chuck Gallagher. I was a former CPA. I was convicted of one count of embezzlement and one count of tax fraud for a crime that occurred in 1986-87. I think anybody associated with your organization would recognize there's a bit of a fraud triangle now starting to come out. Okay, first, there was need. Well, I had a need. All of a sudden, I'm faced with, unexpectedly, the announcement from the bank that you're behind in your house payment. There's my need. Well, where am I going to find the opportunity to resolve this? And multiple opportunities were there, but the easiest one, with the quickest solution, was tapping into this trust. Now, the third component, rationalization, if somebody said to me, Chuck, would you steal money to solve your problem? No, of course not. But now I would borrow money to solve the problem. So being able to put those three parts together creates the three legs of the stool, which gives you a foundation to stand on. And I stood on that foundation. Of course, I sat down at the computer. In those days, it was WordStar or WordPerfect. I, Charles Gallagher, being of sound mind in body, sound mind, not so. Body, better than today, but nonetheless, being of sound mind in body, do hereby. And I type out a note saying that I'm going to pay back the trust, the Clifford Trust, $2,000 plus 10% interest at the end of April, and stole the money. So I paid it back, but I found out it was easy. And I think this is probably true, at least for the now 20 plus years, almost 30 years of kind of looking back at this and seeing other examples. If you once get by with something, you can start to believe in your head the illusion that you're probably always going to get by with it. So as a result of that, I did it again. And I paid it back. And now the rationalization is hard. I mean, this is now good. And the unfortunate thing is, and it's easy to look back and see it, it's hard when you're in the midst of it. But the unfortunate thing is nothing changed in my relationship. Nothing changed in my relationship with my wife. It was still a relationship where we both, not blaming her, but we both like the finer things of life. And I did find out something, and I don't know that it's dramatically different today, but that is the more you have and the more externally you're able to show success, the more you tend to attract successful people. Well, in the accounting profession, typically the growth of a firm is a function of attracting business people who need the services of an accounting firm. Whether it's business, whether it's government, whether it's nonprofit, but people who need those services. And so as I began to slowly tap into clients' trusts or retirement plans, either one was a trust of sorts, but as I began to tap into those, my lifestyle increased. And as my lifestyle increased, miraculously it seemed, we attracted more clients. And so it became a circular process of more tends to beget more, which tends to increase my income, which therefore says, well, I have a greater capacity to pay back, so therefore I need to take more, to steal more, which is really what it was. I called it borrowing, but it wasn't borrowing at all. And it became a process that continued for right at 3.5 years.